A Harmony of the Gospels for Students of the Life of Christ by A.T. Robertson. 8.74 The Peril to the 12 in the storm at sea, and Christ's coming to them on the water in the darkness. Mark chapter 6, verses 47 to 52. And when even was come, the boat was in the midst of the sea, and he alone on the land. And seeing them distressed in rowing, for the wind was contrary unto them, about the fourth watch of the night, he cometh unto them, walking on the sea. And he would have passed by them, but they, when they saw him walking on the sea, supposed that it was an apparition, and cried out. For they all saw him, and were troubled. But he straightway spake with them, and saith unto them, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And he went up unto them into the boat, and the wind ceased, and they were sore amazed in themselves, for they understood not concerning the loaves, but their heart was hardened. Now, what exactly is meant by the watches? Some will divide sunset to sunrise into 12, regardless of the length, and sunrise to sunset into 12, regardless of the length. Some could look at the time between sunset and dusk as 1, the false dusk as 2, the middle of the night as 3, and the false dawn, those little vertical streaks before the horizontal lines, as the 4th. Matthew chapter 14, verse 24 to 33. But the boat was now in the midst of the sea, distressed by the waves, for the wind was contrary. Some ancient authorities read, was many furlongs distant from the land. Was now in the midst. Okay. And in the fourth watch of the night, he came unto them, walking upon the sea. It might be a few hours for every watch of the night or something. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, It is an apparition. And they cried out for fear. But straightway Jesus spake unto them, saying, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee upon the waters. And he said, Come. And Peter went down from the boat and walked upon the waters to come to Jesus. And some ancient authorities read, and came. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid. And many ancient authorities add strong, so it was a strong wind. And beginning to sink, he cried out, saying, Lord, save me. And immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand, and took hold of him, and saith unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? And when they were gone up into the boat, the wind ceased, and they that were in the boat worshipped him, saying, Of a truth, thou art the Son of God. Well, remember that was a way of speaking of a Messiah, and bar and bun have other meanings, like a pure production, masum, as they would say in Arabic, an innocent one, one of the intelligence, etc., etc. John 6:16 to 21. And when evening came, his disciples went down under the sea, and they entered into a boat, and were going over the sea into Capernaum. And it was now dark, and Jesus had not yet come to them, and the sea was rising by reason of a great wind that blew. When therefore they had rowed about 25 or 30 furlongs, they behold Jesus walking on the sea, and drawing nigh unto the boat, and they were afraid. But he saith unto them, It is I, be not afraid. They were willing therefore to receive him into the boat, and straightway the boat was at the land whither they were going.